Hello dear students. So today we're going to learn about letter writing. In this video, I'm going to teach about the format of how to write a formal as well as informal letter. I'm going to include some sample opening lines and closing lines that you can include in the letter. I know many students find difficulty in writing opening and closing lines, so I have included that. Also, vocabularies are really important. So I have included few vocabularies that you can definitely write in these letters to make them quite impressive. Not only this, you will also find a sample formal letter and an informal letter that has been written by me. Okay, so let's start. So this is something that you already know. In the ICSE letter writing, which is in paper 1, you will be allotted 20 minutes and the score will be out of 10. So in the score of 10 marks, 2.5 marks is allotted for the layout of how well you follow the layout of the letter. 2.5 marks is allotted to the subject matter. So have you written in accordance to what is asked in the question? And remaining 5 marks is allotted for expression. So expression in the sense, have you added an introduction, an opening line, a closing line? If your what you have written is following a logical or a chronological order, and if the language that you have used is relevant, if you have used formal writing in a formal letter, and so on. So this is the format of a formal letter. So everything will be written towards the left hand side. First will be the address of the sender, which is your address. So your address would have to be written first. You do not have to write your name here. So no name, only your address. And you don't have to write your real address. After the address comes the date. Now when you write the date, you cannot write as 2/11/20. Or even 2/11/24. No, that is also not accepted. You have to write it as 2, and ND is usually not written up. It is written ND. 2nd November 2024. This is how the date is written. Okay. After writing the date, you will leave a line. So here also you leave a line, write a date, leave a line, write the address of the receiver. So to whom you're writing the letter, you should write that address. Then the salutation. So if you don't know to whom you are writing, so if it is a man or a female, so you will write dear sir or madam. If you already know, if it's like a principal, and you know your principal is a female, you can directly write dear madam. Then you don't have to write dear sir or madam. So if it is a formal letter, you don't know to whom you are writing to, you will have to write dear sir or madam. If it is a semi-formal letter, you know who the person is, but you cannot talk in a friendly manner. So that kind of person, you can directly write dear sir if it is a man, or dear madam if it is a female. Like your landlord is a male, you can write dear sir or dear Mr. Mahesh. Okay. Then you have to write what the subject is. So if the subject is complaining regarding loud noises played by the neighbor, so you can write subject, you can be complaint for loud noise. Or you can just write a small gist of what the letter is about. The next is the body of the letter. So the body of the letter consists of 3 paragraphs. I will explain what you have to write in each paragraph in the next slide. And then your closing salutation. Closing salutation will be yours faithfully, comma. Here only Y will be capital. There is no apostrophe S, and F should not be capital. Okay. Yours faithfully, and you have to write your full name. You don't have to disclose your real name. You can also write any other name like yours faithfully, Ramesh Desai. I just made up that name. And you can write your real name also. That's it. So I hope you got an idea of what is the format. Okay, now this is a formal letter that I have written. This is the gist. So 100 Model Town, comma, MG Road, comma, Bangalore 15, left a line, wrote the date, left a line. So who am I writing to? I'm writing to the manager of Reliance Industries, Nariman Point, Mumbai. So this is also an address that I have made up. Okay. So I don't know who I'm writing to, if it's a male or female. So I'm writing dear sir / madam, comma, and subject. Subject is to complain about a faulty device received. That if that is the subject. Then in your body 1, body 2 and body. Please do not write B1, B2, B3. This is just for you to understand I'm writing. All this is not allowed. Okay. So you start your paragraph from here, and in the first B1, you have to write who you are and why are you writing this letter. Who you are in the sense, if you're complaining about a product, and you can say, I've been a loyal customer of your product since 10 years. But unfortunately, I purchased a television from your brand or from your company and it was faulty. So I'm writing this letter to get the product replaced. So who you are, you're the customer who bought a product, and why are you writing? To complain and also for replacement. So you have written who you are and why are you writing this letter. If you live in a particular locality and there is water logging, you will say, I am a resident of so and so society and I am writing this letter to complain about the water logging problem that has been causing distress to the people during the monsoon. Okay. Then B1 and B2, you have to write about the topic. So every letter will be about some topic that you have to write. So here, let's choose the topic of the television that I bought that was faulty. So you can say that, which shop did you buy it in? When did you buy it? What is the model of the television? Then what happened exactly? What is the problem? And B3, you can write, how do you want it to be replaced? And whether you want your money back or you want another replacement model, whatever. And your closing line could be awaiting a positive reply soon. Yours faithfully, comma, Rohit Sharma. Okay. So you got an idea of how to write a formal letter. So what constitutes a formal letter? So if it is a letter of job application, you want to apply for a job for a teacher, or it is a letter to the editor of the newspaper where you want to complain about something that is affecting the people in your city, or you want to write a complaint to the municipality. If it is a letter of apology, you want to apologize maybe to your landlord because you broke one of his furniture. Letter of persuasion could be you are persuading someone to donate money or old clothes or so on. So that could be letter of persuasion. Okay, so here I have written some sample opening and closing lines. I do not want you to by heart the same thing and vomit that into your paper. This is just for an idea. You can make slight changes to it. Okay, because I don't want your answer and a friend's answer to be exactly the same. So imagine it is a complaint formal letter. So your opening line in body 1 could be, I would like to draw your kind attention to the menace of street dogs that has been affecting the people of Chennai since a very long time. Or you can write, I am writing this letter to express my dissatisfaction with the work that the municipality is doing towards keeping our city clean. So that is how you can start the letter in your body paragraph. Your closing line in a complaint letter could be, kindly instruct the concerned officials to attend to the above issue, for which I shall be grateful. So you have already complained and you are asking, maybe you've written a letter to the municipality and now you're telling them, please instruct the concerned official to attend to the issue and to get it resolved, for which I shall be grateful. Okay, one biggest mistake that students do is for the spelling of grateful. So how are you doing? I am great, which is G-R-E-A-T. But grateful is G-R-A-T-E-F-U-L. That's a really big spelling mistake, so make sure you don't do that. Okay. Another closing line could be, I solicit your help in easing the distress of the much aggrieved residents of this locality. So, or I solicit your help in easing the distress that the people of my locality is facing. If this sentence is a little too difficult for you. That's why I told you, you can change, but you can get beautiful ideas from these opening and closing lines. Okay, so that was about complaint. Now imagine it is a job application. So your opening line could be, I am writing this letter in response to the advertisement in the Times of India dated 10th June 2024. So maybe this job application was advertised in the newspaper. I would like to submit my application for the post of art teacher in your prestigious school. So that will be your opening line. Why are you writing this letter and who are you? You are applying for the post of an art teacher. Your closing line for the job application. So in your body 2, body 3, you are saying, why do you deserve to get the job out of so many applicants, or why do you deserve to go for a second round of interview? So you can talk about your experience, where you have taught before and all that. Your closing line could be, I am enclosing my curriculum vitae, which is your resume, for your kind perusal. So perusal means reading something with scrutiny. मतलब carefully read करना. Given the opportunity, it would be my sincere endeavor to prove my worth by giving it my all to a profession I am deeply committed to. Awaiting a positive reply. Thank you. Yours faithfully. And your name. Your full name has to be written because the person doesn't know who you are. So whenever we are giving a resume, we write the word for your kind perusal. Next is, imagine you are writing a letter of apology. So your opening line could be, thank you for drawing my attention to the delay. Maybe someone ordered a product from your business and they are complaining that your product has been delayed. So you can say, thank you for drawing my attention to the delay of the product that was ordered by you because of unforeseen circumstances, which I sincerely regret. So this is your opening line. Or you can write, your opening line could be, please accept my sincere apologies for not paying the house rent on time. Your closing line could be, I apologize for the oversight and the inconvenience it might have caused you. I would request you to kindly bear with us till the issue is redressed. Thank you for your patience and understanding. So this you can write if the product was delayed. Or another alternative closing line could be, I apologize once again for the inconvenience it might have caused you. I would like to assure you that we shall take remedial measures to ensure that such a situation does not repeat in the future. So you are comforting the customer saying, we will take measures that such situations do not repeat in the future. We greatly value your patronage and look forward to a fruitful association with you even in the future. Okay, so I hope so much is clear. Next is if it is the letter of suggestion. Your opening line could be, I am writing this letter to bring to your attention to a grave situation. Grave means something deep, some very deep situation that the officials have been turning a blind eye to. Now, turning a blind eye is an idiom which means ignoring. Okay. The closing line could be, I hope you will give due thought to my suggestions and take necessary steps to curb the problem. Curb means control. So now is the time where you have to write such superior words rather than just writing stop. Okay? Or control. Instead of control, you have to write curb. So, deter means stop. So, if strict actions are taken, it can deter the people from committing such grave mistakes again. See? Okay. So, it can be nipped in the bud. Nipped in the bud means again controlled at a very initial stage so that the problem does not become too big. So perilous means dangerous. Imagine you're writing a letter to the municipality saying that water is getting clogged, maybe because the drains are clogged. So you are saying that please, declog the drains before the monsoon starts. And you have given ways of how it could be done. And your closing line could be, I hope you will give due thought to my suggestions and take necessary steps to control the problem, curb the problem, so that the problem can be nipped in the bud and there will not be any waterlogging during the monsoon before the situation turns into a perilous one. Or you can write as a closing line, I would be grateful if you could take appropriate steps to resolve this problem at the earliest. So you can take this down in your notebook and you can go through them before your examinations and write it in your exam. Okay, so this is my very favorite part. Suggesting vocabularies so that you can include in your letter, you can make your letter stand out so that the invigilator is impressed by your letter and you're going to score really good marks in your examination. The first word is problems are augmenting. So you can see that if one over the other problem, it is increasing. So you can say problems are augmenting or surging is increasing. Our city is facing umpteen number of problems. So umpteen, U-M-T-T-E-E, and umpteen means so many. And the problems are just augmenting, means problems are just increasing. Okay. Next is unsurmountable. So unsurmountable, or you can write it as insurmountable. Okay, they are synonyms. So insurmountable means you cannot overcome them. Not able to overcome. So the problems are insurmountable. Too much, too many that you cannot overcome. It's a grave problem. I told you grave, जो हम dig करते हैं, क्या है, बहुत deep है, सब गहरा problem है. So it's a grave problem. We live in pitiable conditions, So if it is a very bad condition, you can say we live in pitiable conditions here. It has wreaked havoc. So if you are writing about a storm, that storm has wreaked havoc in our lives. Next is exasperated. So exasperated means it has made you really angry. Okay? Or another synonym is infuriating. So made you very angry. If something has made you really angry, you can say that was exasperating, or it was infuriating to know that I have received the wrong product. Next is encroachment. So if you know what encroachment is? That someone is occupying a land illegally. So they're slowly encroaching into your area. So you can say that our neighbors are slowly encroaching into my area and I would like you to take some action against them. And to know that my neighbors are encroaching is infuriating. To curtail the spread. Curtail means curb. Curb means control. Maybe some disease is there and you want to curtail the spread of it. Jeopardy. What is jeopardy? Put your lives in danger. So put yourself in danger. So if you back answer your boss, you have put your job in jeopardy. Correct? It is imperative. So imperative is, it is vital. It is necessary. So it is imperative too. It is pivotal. So it is imperative that you take an action at the quickest, because the problems are augmenting and it has wreaked havoc in our life. So you see, you can play with these words and you can write beautiful sentences. There are few more. Okay. So it is an extreme tardy process. So tardy means it has been delayed. So something that has not been done on time and that has been delayed. So you can see the process. It has been a very tardy process where it has taken 3 months but still nothing has been done. Or nothing substantial has been done. So nothing key change has taken place. Primitive methods are adopted. So something that they have done, जो हमारे बुजुर्ग, हमारे ancestors जो technique use करते थे, वही technique अभी भी use हो रहा है. So you can say that extreme primitive methods are adopted. Please expedite the investigation. So maybe a robbery has happened and the police is not doing anything. So you're writing a complaint letter. You can say, please expedite investigation as soon as possible, so that the culprit can be caught and punished. Please redress the problem. Redress means solve the problem. Again, an important word. The plight of the people is inexplicable. So the plight is the situation of the people. Inexplicable means just like what the word sounds, cannot be explained. Penchant for. So penchant means I have a liking for. So I have a penchant for art, or I have a penchant for reading. The trains are packed like sardines. So if you want to complain to the municipality saying that please make sure that the buses or the trains are not packed like sardines, means I think घुस के पूरा एकदम packed, so full of people. And the chain snatchers have a field day. Field day means उनके अच्छे दिन, because when people are packed like sardines, the chain snatchers can easily commit crimes. Exorbitant means too high. So we usually use this word for high price. They charge exorbitant prices. It has progressed in leaps and bounds. Means something, if the progress has been very quick, so you can say it has progressed in leaps and bounds. To cost an arm and a leg means very expensive. So what I would suggest is pause the video, take down these in your notebook, and whenever you are writing a letter, refer to this and try to include it, so that automatically in the exam you will be able to write at least 1 or 2, which is going to help you fetch good marks. Okay, so now here is a sample answer that I have written for a formal letter. First, let's read the question. There is a dead body of an animal lying in front of your house since few days. In spite of repeated complaints, it has not been removed. So you have complained before this also and still the problem has not been redressed. Okay. Write a letter to the municipality about the difficulties you faced and what action would you expect to be taken. So I have to talk about difficulties and what action to be taken. So I have to write to the municipality. Okay. So the dead body has been there for few days. So at least 2, 3 or 4 days before the incident has happened. So a dead animal in front of my house. So you have to remember all these points, because when you are writing, you can't write some other thing. You can't write a dead bird or it should be in front of my neighbor's house. No. These are the points to remember. So I have written one address. I have written the date. It is to the municipality, so I've written the municipal commissioner, ward number so and so, Mumbai. Then I have, since I don't know whether the municipal officer is a male or a female, I have written dear sir or madam, comma. You have to write what the subject is. Complaint about animal carcass. Carcass means dead body of an animal is called carcass. Okay. So this is your B1. B1 mein what will we write? Who you are and why you are writing this letter. Then B2 and B3. So B2 you will say what all problems you face, and B3 how do you want it to be solved. Okay. B1. I am a resident of ISKCON Heights and I am writing this letter to draw your immediate attention to the negligence. Since 3 days they have not removed, you complain. So there is negligence on their part caused by the municipality in removing the dead animal lying outside our house since 3 days. Or you can write lying outside my house since 3 days. 3 days ago, when I spotted a dead dog on the streets, which was unfortunately hit by a speedy car, I immediately called the municipality to collect the dead animal. However, to my utter disappointment, even after calling umpteen number of times, umpteen is so many number of times, no action has been taken. It seems like our pleas are falling on deaf ears. See, I've used an idiom here. B3. The carcass is emitting an offensive stench. Obviously, 3 days it's lying there, so it is emitting an offensive stench since yesterday, and it has become a breeding ground for flies and insects. If the body stays here any longer, the health of the residents of this locality will be in jeopardy. Jeopardy is danger, yes. I request you to redress the problem as soon as possible, and I solicit your help in easing the distress of the much aggrieved residents of this locality. So did you see the closing line of complaint I have written here? Also, I expect prompt action to be taken in the future. Thank you. Yours faithfully, Rohit Sharma. Okay, so I hope you got an idea now. This is how you write a letter. Okay, now let's come to informal letter. So in informal letter again, you will write your address. Again, no name in the beginning. You will write your address, leave a line, write the date, leave a line, and now friend means you know who you're writing to, or it will be a relative. So you can write dear Ritti or whoever it is. So you can write a name directly. Then the body of the letter. Then closing salutation will be warm regards or yours lovingly. Don't write lots of love and don't do that because it's still your exam. And you will write your name. You can write your first name only also. You can just write your name as warm regards Arun. If you want to write Arun Sharma, you can write Arun Sharma. So this is an informal letter. If you see here, I have written my address, left a line, wrote the date, left a line. I have written this letter to Mahesh. Then here. So if you remember in formal letter, you have to write who you are and why you are writing the letter. You don't have to write who you are because he or she is your friend or a relative, they already know. So you can start with I hope, how are you? I hope you are in good health. You can start like that. And you can write why are you writing this letter. Okay. So here you will write why are you writing this letter, and then body 2 and body 3 will be about what the topic is about. Warm regards. Some sample opening and closing line. Opening line. I hope this letter finds you in the best of health and spirits. You can start like that. Or another opening line is, I hope you are in the pink of your health. Pink of your health means in good health. Or you can write, I was over the moon. Over the moon means very happy. So I was ecstatic or I was over the moon when I received your letter last week. You can start like that. Or if it is a very sad thing that your friend has written and you're replying to a sad thing, you can say, I received your letter yesterday and I'm overwhelmed with sorrow to know that your pet passed away, or maybe your family member, your mother passed away. That is few opening lines. Closing line, you can write, please convey my regards to all at home, awaiting your reply. Or you can write, looking forward to seeing you soon. Maybe you're going to meet the person, then you can write this. Or you can write, may God give you the strength to bear this heavy loss. So if it was this, that closing line will be, may God give you the strength to bear this heavy loss. My prayers are always with you. So I have written the address, left a line, date, left a line, my friend's name I have written as Rahul. So dear Rahul, see, if you see here, why would you recommend him to visit the restaurant? So they have already stated it's a boy, so write a boy's name. Dear Rahul, I hope you are doing well and in the pink of your health. I am extremely sorry for not writing to you often, as I was caught up with assignments and examinations. I am writing this letter specially to share a wonderful experience I had on a recent visit to a restaurant. So you're telling why have you written this letter? To share your experience. After the completion of my toilsome examination, that means burdensome examinations, in order to treat myself, I decided to visit a new restaurant that had opened near my house. It is called Taste of Italy. So you're told which is the restaurant. And as the name suggests, they serve Italian cuisine. The restaurant has a very pleasing ambience. The place was very spacious and pleasant instrumental music was being played in the background. So you're talking about your experience about the ambience. Then you're talking about the staff. The staff there were quite courteous. Courteous means showing polite behavior. And made sure that we were comfortable and had a gratifying experience there. The main highlight was the food, where each dish was delectable. Delectable is delicious. And scrumptious. Scrumptious also means that, very tasty. Which immediately transported us to the streets of Italy because it was so good. My favorite dish was the wood-fired pizza and mushroom risotto. The portion size was good and the ingredients used were top-notch. Top-notch means ekdam best. Which definitely felt like a cherry on the cake. So cherry on the cake is an idiom which says Sone pe suhaga. Yes. Since the experience was so exquisite, I could not resist not sharing the experience with you. I would definitely like to visit the place again when you come here. Please convey my regards to all at home. Warm regards, Anjali. So that is the end of the letter writing. I hope you got to learn something useful in this and it is going to help you in your examination. Please subscribe if you haven't and let your friends know about the English YouTuber so they also can benefit from it. I'm praying for you. God bless you and don't worry, you will definitely achieve what you aim for. Thank you so much.